Good afternoon. Today's topic is log periodic antenna. So this is very important topic. Log periodic antenna. Uh, this was developed in 1957. Why this is called a log periodic antenna? Basically, uh, it is an array antenna which has structural geometry such that its impedance is periodic with the logarithm of the frequency. It is a nonlinear array in which spacing of the elements as well as their dimensions are unequal. However, the excitation is uniform. Okay, so due to the unequal spacing, this is known as the non-linear array. Uh, as we have discussed, the structural geometry such that its impedance is periodic with the logarithm of the frequency. But it is basically called frequency independent antenna. Means the parameters of this antenna are not depend on frequency. It can be used to receive a good number of TV channels without any deterioration of the received field strength. Now you can see in this figure impedance characteristic of log periodic antenna. So this is the impedance, and you can see this graph is between the impedance and logarithm of frequency. Okay, uh, it it has been cut. I have taken this image. Okay, so in x-axis there is log f. Okay, so you can see this is the input impedance, and you can see the input impedance is periodic with respect to the frequency of the with respect to the logarithm of the frequency. Now the silent features of log periodic antenna. As we have discussed, it is a frequency independent antenna. The input impedance variation of the antenna with the log of frequency is periodic, and hence the name is the log periodic antenna. It is an array of non-identical dipoles which are all excited equally. Uh, it is a non-uniform array where the spacing between the elements is unequal. Next is the impedance, directional pattern, and directivity are constant with frequency. The gain of a well-designed antenna lies between 7.5 and 12 dBi. It is a broadband antenna. It has unidirectional characteristics. They are used in very high frequency and ultra frequency bands. They are used for TV reception and can receive a number of channels. Now you can see the structure of a log periodic antenna. See, this is the log periodic antenna, and in log periodic antenna you may see last here this is L1, and L1 is equal to the lambda by 2. Okay, now see L2, L3, L4, Ln minus 1, Ln means these length is in decreasing order. Okay, this is the feed line, and you can see the direction of the maximum radiation. Direction of maximum radiation is is this side. Okay, actually you can see firstly Uh, the lambda or wavelength is c by f, means this is having the inversely relation. Okay, here you can see the length is lambda by 2 and this length is decreasing. Here you can see the length is decreasing. If length is decreasing, it means the frequency is increasing. Hence this is the direction of lobe or maximum radiations. Okay. Okay, now design equations. You can see the design equations. The length and spacing relationship is governed by the following design equations. There is the scale factor basically denoted by the tau. So tau equal to dn by dn minus 1 equal to ln by ln minus 1. Here n is 1, 2, 3, 4. Spacing factor is denoted by sigma, and this is Sn by 2 ln are equal to Sn by Sn minus 1. Here you can see one angle. This is denoted by this alpha. This alpha is known as the phase angle or included angle, and alpha is denoted by 2 tan inverse bracket 1 minus tau by 4 sigma. The value of tau and sigma can be find by the bell curve for a specified gain of antenna. Now the scale factor tau lies between 0 and 1 for a given phase angle alpha. If alpha is large, tau is small. The parameter in terms of gain is improved if tau is small and alpha is large. Now see the analysis of the log periodic array. This analysis is described in terms of three regions: capacitive, resistive and inductive region. Very simple. Capacitive region, if the elements are shorter than lambda by 2 and they are they are capacitive, hence the current leads the applied voltage by 90 degree. These elements produce small backward radiations. Now the resistive elements. Resistive elements means if the dipoles are lambda by 2 length, then they are resistive. The currents are large and they are in phase with the voltage. These elements produce considerable forward radiations. Now the inductive. Inductive means if the elements are of length greater than lambda by 2, the currents lag the voltage by 90 degree. The elements results the incident wave in the backward direction. The active region bandwidth is given by, this is the formula you can learn. BA means active bandwidth is equal to 1.1 plus 7.7 bracket 1 minus tau ka whole square cot alpha by 2. When the designed bandwidth is assumed to be greater than the desired bandwidth, it is given by desired bandwidth is BD, and desired bandwidth is the beta times of the active bandwidth. So you can see active bandwidth is denoted by BA and beta times, so it is multiplied by the beta or B. Okay, now you can see this B into 1.1 plus 7.7 1 minus tau whole square cot alpha by 2, which is the active region bandwidth BA. Okay, here B is the desired bandwidth. Now the total length of the array, the total given by L equal to lambda max by 4 bracket 1 minus 1 by beta d means desired bandwidth cot alpha by 2. Here lambda max is the twice of the L max, which is denoted by the V naught by Fm, Fmin, and V naught is the velocity of propagation of electromagnetic wave in space. Now the number of elements in the array is given by capital N equal to 1 plus log BD by log 1 by tau. The average characteristic impedance Z naught average is given by 120 bracket log bracket ln by dn minus 2.25. Here a term dn is the diameter of the nth dipole. Okay. Now, yesterday we have discussed the Yagi-Uda antenna. So now what is the difference between log periodic and Yagi-Uda antenna? Basically in Yagi-Uda antenna only one element is driven or feed, that is active element, while the other elements like directors or reflectors are parasitic elements. While in this log periodic antenna you may see all elements are connected with the feed. Second thing, in Yagi-Uda antenna gain is higher, bandwidth is narrow, and numerous side lobes are there, while in log periodic it is a broadband antenna as we have discussed with virtually no side lobes and hence very directional but relatively low gain. Now you may see one numerical and based on log periodic antenna. So design a log periodic antenna to obtain a gain of 9 dB and to operate over a frequency range of 125 megahertz to 500 megahertz. So here we required the gain, that is 9 dB, the lowest frequency given, that is 125 megahertz, and the highest frequency is 500 megahertz. We know the relation. If the frequency is highest, then we can find the lowest wavelength, and if the frequency is lowest, then we can find the longest wavelength. So longest wavelength by using the lowest frequency. So 3 into 10 to the power 8, which is the speed of light, or you can say the propagation of electromagnetic wave in free space, by 125 into 10 to the power 6. So we have 2.4 meter. Now the shortest wavelength which can be found by highest frequency. So lambda short equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 by 500 into 10 to the power 6. So that is 0.6 meter. Now to obtain a gain of 9 dB, the values of a scale and scale factor and the spacing factors can be taken using the Isbell's curve. So if we find the value of tau and sigma for a gain of 9 dB, the value of tau will be 0.861 and sigma will be 0.162. Now the phase angle you may calculate using alpha equal to 2 tan inverse 1 minus tau by 4 sigma, that is 24.2 degree. Now we have tau dn by dn minus 1 ln by l minus 1 equal to that means if we have to find the value of the ln minus 1, we can calculate using tau into L1. Similarly, we can find L3 equal to tau into L2, L4 equal to tau into L3, etc. Now, L1 equal to lambda long by 2, that is 2.4 by 2 equal to 1.2 meter. Similarly, L2 equal to tau L1. The value of tau is 0.861 and the value of L1 we have calculated, that is 1.2 meter. So the answer is 1.0332 meter. Similarly, we can find the L3, tau into L2, that is 0.861, the value of the tau, and 1.0332, the value of L2. So we have 0.8895. Alright. Similarly, we can find the values of others. Now, the element spacing is given by this sigma, and sigma equal to Sn by 2ln. Okay. So Sn equal to 2 into Ln, or S1 equal to 2 Sn equal to 2 sigma L, S1 equal to 2 sigma L1. The value of sigma is 0.162. So 2 into 0.162 into 1.2, that is 0.3888 meter. Similarly, we can find the others. So this is the spacing element and this is the length. Thus we can design the log periodic antenna. Thank you so much.